Hello everyone, I'm Jhoanne, the creator of Laylas Light Art. Today I actually wanted to share with you my road to the latest commission piece, which is a 30 by 50 canvas. Prior to getting this commission piece, I was actually commissioned by one of the buyers to tune in into his energy and paint whatever color that I feel that it should be good for him, and that's actually for like his home space. And then afterwards, it took I think around like almost 2 months to complete that piece. It's also like a 40 by 60 centimeters canvas, and by the time that I gave it to him, it took also a while before he was able to post or hang that abstract art on his wall. Now, when he actually did that, he tagged me on my Instagram, Laylas Light, and the funniest thing really happened. When he tagged me, his friend that I kind of knew of texted him and asked like, oh my goodness, like, you know, like, where did you find this painting? Like, who's done it? And she was extremely surprised that it was actually me. Because if you've seen in my previous videos, I also work in a corporate 9-to-5 job. On the weekends I let out my artistic flair, and when she found out that it was me, the second thing she did was texted me, and she was like, Jhoanne, what do you mean by you are able to tune in the frequency of one soul? And I told her, well, it's pretty simple. I kind of like look at you, kind of like tune into your frequency, like meditating a little bit, or kind of like having that thought that pops up, and I would kind of paint based on like the color palettes, or you know, the flow or the energetic vibe of it on the canvas. She asked me the second thing, it's this cutest thing, and she was like, are you able to paint dogs? Oh my god, that is actually like so sweet, because I realized that it's very sweet and loving, right? Because dogs or like pets are very much animal spirit to our heart and soul. And I told her like, absolutely, you know, anything that's like energetic or anything that you love, I would be able to tune into it. And I've actually done previously another commission piece before. It was actually for like a buyer that want me to tune in the frequency of her place with 7 cats, right? And I've done that commission piece like I think a year ago, and now that I'm going to have another commission piece and it's in relation to like her dogs, it's just so sweet. I seriously love it so much, and so that's why today I am going to paint. I did ask for more information about the dogs and to see, you know, like how both of them are playing together in the house, or how they are, you know, walking outside, just to get the feels of like, you know, their energy. I'm not gonna go into much details because, you know, it's privacy, yada yada yada. But 2 dogs, they're both male. One is 7 years old and one is 3 years old, and the 3-year-old one is so hyped up, and he's always like, oh, like going to like the 7-year-old little doggy. And when I saw that, I know those videos, it really lifted up my spirit. So I definitely wanted to take this commission, because I felt like if I can actually tune in that frequency into the canvas, then it's going to make not only the buyer super happy, but it's also going to be like lifting up everyone's energy in the house as well, and also kind of like putting the energy in like a memory, but via like art, you know what I mean? Kind of like store it in there, so it will be a lasting thing. So yeah, I thought it was like really very beautiful experience. So I'm super excited to see how this painting will come out, because every time when I paint or do things, it's like a Christmas gift, because it's abstract. I really don't know how it's gonna be like. All I know is that I'm going to tune into like the colors first, and then I'm going to tune in next to it, like, you know, how these 2 colors, or how the vibration of the colors, I would say, and frequency tune into each other. I'm sorry, it's a bit woo, but that's just how I can only explain it, you know, in my language that I know how. Please stay tuned to my paintings, and then we'll see how it is like at the end. Oh, and also guys, I just wanted to make an announcement that if you ever want to have a painting of your own, a commission piece, whether it's for you, for your pets, for your loved one, for your family, for a wedding, for anything at all that you really want to bring, you know, new frequency that is in alignment to your soul. And I do believe that I have the ability to do that. And I wanted to also let you know that when you actually bring art or something that is in resonance to your soul, it is actually designed to really act as if it's a portal. So for example, when you come home one day, right, and you feel like really tired and you just feel like you need to be like rejuvenated, and this is like a real story. So my friend came into my place and he was feeling like super tired, and it's actually not just one friend, it's like a lot of friends that came. Then every time when they came to my place, they would just fall asleep. And I noticed it like several times. So I asked them like, what's going on, guys? And they're just like, I don't know, like your room seems to have like this really healing frequency. And guys, if you actually like look at my sofa bed and everything, it's like all of like my paintings, right? Oh, except that the other one that is a lady, that's my mom's. So I'm like, wow, like, you know, I can't believe it, but it's really like, you know, that energetic like healing frequency as well. And it really kind of like rejuvenate their frequency when they're finished sleeping, and then they wake up and they're like, oh my goodness, I felt like I'm in another world. And more often than not, they will feel like they have entered into another vortex, slept, and wake up refreshed, and then they walk out kind of like Daisy a little bit. So I would really wanted to tell you like that is the experience of what people have really encounter with, you know, being in my painting space, and the energy of the paintings that I put it on the canvas. One particular friend of mine, he was kind of like in a slumping mode, and he was in like a fight with his girlfriend, and he felt so like super down. So what happened was that he came kind of like to rest at my place a little bit. You know, we were talking, and then the next day, after everything is said and done, he just actually like felt that, you know, all the troubles kind of like went away, and he kind of like really shifted his frequency from a month of like being in such like a depressed mode into quite honestly a person who was able to find a solution for himself. All right, so that's just what I want to leave you with. And so yeah, if you're interested in getting a commission piece from me to uplift your soul, to create a sanctuary vortex of your own, then I am definitely going to put in the links for you to get in contact with me. We can get like a discovery call, half an hour, to see like how you want me to help you bring that kind of like energy in your space, and I will connect with you there. All right, guys, enough about this. I will go paint now, and I will come back to show you how these paintings are like afterwards. Send you lots of love, and I will see you soon. All right, so I am back. It took me, I think, around like I think 2 to 3 weeks to be able to complete this beautiful piece. So I'm gonna go through a little bit about like the emotions that came through when I was painting this piece. So obviously, as you can see, I was working a lot with like, this is an interesting one because I usually don't do much lines, but this one, because I felt like the way that the dogs are playing with each other are very fun and joyful. So I just want to like portray the lines here a little bit, that it was like intertwining with like, you know, all of the things that are happening in the environment. And obviously the gold flakes and the rose gold one is to signify that they have bring so much abundance into the owner's life. And I also, the owner actually asked me like, you know, why did I use like baby blue colors with like the brown natural one. So the brown one signifies like 2 of the little dogs, right? Their colors were more of like darker tone, one like this, and the other is also like kind of like brown but in a more like lighter way. But because they are baby boys, I would say that it's perfect with like the baby blue that is actually interplaying and like interluding with the whole canvas. So this is the final outcome. I hope you like it, because honestly, I was just staring at it non-stop, like non-stop. And you know, sometimes how I am the creator of the artwork, but it's really hard sometimes to let go of the artwork that you've created, because in a way it's also your baby too, right? And it's also what you put in, and it's not easy, but I know that I'm doing it for the highest good, because I know that if that painting is with the owner, then that painting will bring a lot of joy, a lot of reflection of the love that those two little boys have gave her, and that is enough for me to be of service. I would see you in the next video, and I would love to hear from you what you think about the paintings, or if you want to speak to me about how I can also help with your painting too. Alright guys, I'll see you in the next video. Bye!